What is going on, my beautiful people? I just currently got a haircut. My hair is flat right now. But in this video, what we're basically going to be talking about is the power of being able to maintain our frame in God and the power of that. And it's just like an insane thing once we really understand it. Once we start getting towards that, it's really just freaking amazing. And I really saw how amazing it is to really be able to go into that. And I want to share it because there's so many things out there in the world of people, of things that are going to try to break your frame of reality. They're going to try to bring you down. They're going to try to make you doubt yourself. They're going to try to make you feel certain ways here and there. And if we don't have a strong frame in God, we're never going to be able to be strong and have that foundation and be able to just continue to go out there, have fun in life, continue to laugh about stuff, and continue to be ourselves, because we're not getting put into somebody else's box. Now, this is a concept that I've learned about from Owen Cook over and over and over again. He constantly talks about this. Being able to maintain your frame is like literally one of the most powerful things that you can do, because once you realize that everybody has their own frame of reality and other people are going to try to test your frame of reality, whether it's your significant other or whether it's just other people that are out there trying to bring you down and trying to like really just whatever, bring you to a place where you have no confidence, you have nothing like that. And it sucks not having the equipment to be able to go into a battle like that with. Now, God gives us the best freaking equipment that we can have here. Now, let me give you an example here, man. So I just started working at IHOP, and I'm currently working as a server there. And there's people there, man, they just do not care. They do not care about you. They do not care about people. They do not care about anything. And they're going to constantly make little passing comments about you, co-workers, managers, and they're gonna make little passing comments about you. They're gonna be talking about stuff. They're gonna be trying to bring you down to, they just wanna do it for whatever reason. I don't know, maybe it makes them feel good about themselves. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. There's like people that are been there for like freaking years and years. This is my first time being a server, and I'm barely picking it up as much as I can, as fast as I can. And there's a lot to freaking learn, but there's a lot of people that have been there for years, like a long time, or older people that have been there, and they like to kind of lord over us about like, oh, you don't know how to do this? Oh, you don't know how to do this? Like, even though we weren't trained or nothing, they just like to have that and kind of use that as a way to make themselves feel good, I guess, for whatever reason. I don't know. But being able to know, like, they don't gotta understand, like, I'm gonna kind of figure this out. I have to ask questions, man. My manager gets mad every time I ask more than like 2 to 3 questions for whatever reason, even though there's stuff that I need him to answer because I haven't been trained. Really, I got trained for like 2 days, but that's it, man. But it's crazy because the stronger that I'm getting in God and the stronger that we can get in God, allowing ourselves to abide in God and allowing God to abide in us, it becomes something where we start to build a foundation that is the frame of reality of God. And it's like, y'all can act like that, y'all can do that stuff, but I'm gonna still have this joy in my life and this love of my life and this love of people, despite how people are gonna act. You know what I'm saying? And if we're not strong enough in our frame, we're gonna doubt, we're gonna be back and forth. Of course, this stuff isn't like, oh, I just don't feel it at all. Of course, these little comments here and there, sometimes it's gonna be like, damn, like, why are y'all so damn rude, man? Like, it makes no sense. Like, I had to go like fix something because one of the orders got messed up. I had to go fix it. The manager was like pissed at me for asking. He was like, man, why you keep asking about stuff? He grabs a plate and he throws it and he like slams that damn plate down. And I'm like, okay, like, whatever, man. Just like stuff like that. Or if I got to get changed, I have to go ask him for like some change, and he's like, okay, like, what are you asking for now? And I'm like, bro, I need your help. And it just is what it is. But I'm still continuing to maintain my frame in God as best I possibly can. Now, it's not saying that I don't have certain feelings, that it doesn't suck sometimes, it doesn't feel a certain type of way sometimes, but continuing to allow myself to feel those emotions, to feel whatever I might feel, but then still knowing that I can move with God, that I'm abiding in God, and that I'm holding on to God through this stuff. I would not let this separate me from God. And that is powerful, because I just reversed a little story in the Bible about Jacob, a guy named Jacob who decides to wrestle with God, and he decides to hold on to God. He doesn't want to let go of God, and God even, I guess, touches his hip and breaks his hip, and he still is holding on to God. Well, it's in a way of where he's continuing to hold on to the presence, even if he goes through pain and struggle. And I'm not saying that it's just like, oh my gosh, he just broke his hip for no reason. But no, he continues to hold on to it. And God renames him to Israel. And that's saying like, hey, you're not the same person now. You are somebody who is growing and who you wanted this peace with me. You wanted to grow in me. And that's what I feel like I'm trying to do right now, and that we can all do in our lives. There's a struggle that you got going on with. If people are trying to break that frame of reality of God, can you continue to build it stronger? Because the more I'm holding on to God and the more I'm like, just, feeling what I'm feeling whenever certain things are happening and continuing to move with it and being like, it is what it is. I'm going to like not expect people to change. I'm going to continue to do about my business, get closer to God in this. I've had verses that I've taken into there. I've created acronyms that allow me to be in God's presence with this stuff. And it's just like, I'm feeling myself while I'm there. The more, there was like a moment in there where they were screaming about me for not knowing how to make the coffee there, like knowing how to make it there, when nobody had shown me how to do it there. Nobody had done that. And they're like, why you keep taking coffee? You're not making no coffee. And I'm like, we're in the middle of a rush. You want to show me how to make some coffee? It don't make no sense, but I'm getting yelled at for that. They're making passing comments here and there, or they're just, however it is. And I'm just continuing to do my thing as best I can, because it's like, I was in the moment where I'm feeling like you're hearing that. And it's like, damn, like what the hell? Like, why you gotta, act a certain way, this or that. Or they're just like making little passing comments about just something that you didn't do, or the fact that you're asking too many questions or whatever. And it's crazy because it starts to hit at your pride, because like you're the new person there and everybody else has this experience, and it's like, damn, okay, like it's really gonna hit at that pride. But it's actually a good thing when that does, because then that means that we continue to get out of the pride, out of the ego, and into God. It's not like I don't need to have pride from being somebody that's been there for all this time, that a lot of them there are holding on to that pride of like, oh, I know how to do this better than you. Ha 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 ha. I'm gonna lord that over you. You suck, you're incompetent. But I'm just trying to pick it up as best I can. You know what I'm saying? So people are gonna be out there trying to break your spirit. They're gonna be trying to do that. But I felt it. The more I'm getting into God's presence and trusting God even with these moments, knowing that we can be in the eye of the storm with God while feeling certain things. We're gonna have thoughts in those moments where it's like, damn, like that sucks. But I felt it. It started to amp me up. I was like, okay, like, come on. They kept trying to, you want to call it bust your balls. They keep trying to do that stuff. They keep trying to make you feel bad. They keep doing that stuff. But it's like, okay, like, come on. Like, I'm starting to get more amped with it, because it's like, okay, like, I'm feeling this. I know this. I know what y'all are trying to do, but I got God with me. And like, it's like, who's going to stop me, man? Like, I got God with me. My confidence is in God. Like, I love God. Like, no matter what, I have God. I've won the lottery of life. And it starts to amp you up in that moment. And I just feel myself, like, God type pep in my step, even when they keep saying stuff, man. And I just felt myself, there's even like some people there, there's some people there that have, done this or that in their life. And, they try to like, they've been a server for however long, and they try to like say like, oh man, okay, here's an example of them trying to break your frame or whatever. Somebody was like, oh man, you getting 0 tips? You got 0 tips twice today? And they're like making it like, oh, it's the craziest thing. Like, how are you getting 0 tips? What? Like, oh my gosh. But I was just like, hey man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't control that. And it's like, you get what they're trying to do. They're trying to say like, oh man, you must suck at surfing, without really saying it. But it's like, hey man, like, I've seen even the best of the best that are over here. When I was working with them on that first day, they got 0 tips too. And it's like, that is somebody that is trying to break your frame and do that. And it's like poop testing you, you know what I'm talking about? It's shit testing you. But you can continue to be like, hey, like, it is what it is. And the more that I'm in God, it's like, I don't need to have pride in knowing that I'm the best freaking server there, that I know everything in the world. But if we can have our confidence in God, who can break that? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's going to be easy, okay? I'm not saying that it's going to be the easiest thing in the world. It's not like it doesn't like hurt sometimes. It's not like it doesn't feel. We're human. But it's knowing that I'm continuing, and we can continue to work our nervous system into God. Work this stuff into God. I have verses for this stuff. I have an Abide acronym that helps me work my mindset and on my mental into God slowly but surely, and my nervous system starts to catch up, and it feels like this stuff is going on and you're not even feeling it anymore. Almost not in a bad way, but it's like you're almost laughing at the fact that they're acting like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sorry. In a reality, it's sorry. And it's like, hey man, I love y'all. I have love for y'all despite how y'all are gonna act. But it's like, I ain't gonna like trip about it. If I get fired or they kick me out, it's whatever. Like yesterday, there was one of the managers, he came up to me and he was like talking to everybody, got all the servers up in a bunch, and he starts pointing at server after server after server, and then he points at me, and he's like, and you are in big trouble. You're in big trouble. Yesterday, guy complained on you big time, like you're in big trouble, you gotta go talk to the manager and whatever. And I'm like it is what it is. It's not, okay, if that happened, but like, for what reason are you going to bring it up like that? You get what I'm saying? Like, it just has no sympathy, no empathy, no like actual team building type of thing, man. So it is what it is with that. But I'm knowing that nervous system has started to get into God, where it's like you don't even really feel it anymore. It's just like, all right, like, I'll go do that. It's whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? Now this is powerful, because you are gonna have people that are gonna be out there trying to do that, trying to pull you down, trying to poop test you, whatever you want to say about it, man. And if we can continue to have our frame of reality not in our money, not in our looks, not in anything like that, the strongest frame of reality that there is in the world is of God. And it's something that's like, you start to accept, I don't need to be the best looking person, I don't need to talk the fastest, I don't need to be the most competent, quote unquote, I don't need to be the smartest person. We can just be people who we accept who we are, and we're happy with that, man. That is powerful, and that's just like the most powerful thing that we can continue to go into our life with, man. So I'm wishing this for you guys, man. Whatever y'all might be dealing with, hope you guys are able to maintain that frame of God, continue to have a smile on your face, continue to do it as best you possibly can, and continue to not let people bring you down. Continue to hold on to that spirit. Don't let them break your spirit, because y'all got a beautiful, amazing spirit. I know y'all do, man. So keep building that in God today. Love you guys very much. Peace.